Let's take a look at some of these Korean Hanok buildings. When you look at this building, it might be hard to know where Korea is at. So you can see that little red dot? That's where Korea is. Up close, you'll see that it's close to China and Japan. Now let's talk a little bit more about the Korean Hanok buildings. These geometric shapes can be found, and they're a traditional house that you can find in Korea. Most Hanoks have curved tile roofs, in-floor heating, and practical interior layout. Typically, Hanoks are built using local materials such as timber and stone that often do not create pollution or a lot of waste. When I looked at this building, I could see a lot of geometric shapes, shapes that have names. Let's get started on making some of those rooftops. Now, with your piece of paper, write your name on the back, grab 2 sheets of black paper, and make a nice curved line. With those 2 sheets of paper, cut them together so that you have 2 curved lines. We'll place those down onto our paper like so. Placing glue onto my paper and assembling that together. Now I have a nice opening for the roof on my building. Okay, now that I've got my roof created, let's begin using some of those geometric shapes. Maybe a square for a window on the front of my building. I like to add a little bit of different colors using my oil pastels and outlining it with black to really make it look like a window. It looks like light is glowing from those windows, doesn't it? I'm also going to use a triangular top to emphasize the triangular shape of the rooftop. Using some different lines, I like creating some different textures to the front part of my house. Maybe some rectangles, maybe making it look like some of the stone that we saw at the beginning of the video. I just love the way this building is really coming about. Looking at different colors and different lines. And again, some of those different shapes that can be used into making my building. I remembered the beginning of the video and how it had some decorative rooftops. So I'm going to go ahead and add some of those vertical lines and circles to the bottom of my roof. Let's take a moment and look on the inside of one of these Hanok buildings. Aren't they beautiful? Don't you see some more of those geometric shapes? Oval for the table, circle for the window, rectangles for the table, and you might even see some rectangle areas for people to sit down, some pillows. So again, beginning in pencil, I'll be giving you some some squares that you can use for windows outside of your Hanok building. Using some of my pencil, I started out beginning with a plan where I wanted windows, where did I want cupboards, where did I want some curtains, where did I want some of those rugs or pillows for people to sit on, and using those beginning images to use some of those geometric shapes into creating the inside of my building. Once I've done it in pencil, begin coloring with your materials the way that you would like to draw it and color it. I'm going to go ahead and speed it up just a little bit so that you have time to begin making your own buildings the way that you want the inside of the building to look. Again, thinking about some of those geometric shapes that create my building. Squares, rectangles, triangles, and even some of those items that might be on the floor, like the table, the teacup, a vase, maybe even some of the pillows or rugs that people might have in their homes. This was really a fun project, and I hope that you enjoy creating your own artwork as well. Now that we've got it created, let's take a look at our overall project, the outside of the building, and open it up to see the inside of the building. What a fun project. Thanks, boys and girls. Happy art making.